right, we are glad you are here. A little bonus action for you. We promised a recap of the Patterson family trip to Dollywood. We have all the gang back with us. Russell is here, and
Yeah.
Stefano. Well, we did talk about the
What?
we talked about the paradox, the time paradox of when we recorded, when it was being released, when Fano was going to be there, not be there, all that kind of stuff. I still don't know that we got it right, but he is back, and we are going to give you a recap.
The struggle's real
of the trip. So just
got back today. Just got back today.
Came in hot from the road.
So it was fun. We experienced our first Buc-ee's.
Was it everything that everyone talked about, or no?
It was. I mean, I can't. I mean, maybe it's just me, old age, but I just.
Has everyone been to one now?
I don't know if anybody in this room has driven specifically to go to Buc-ee's and come back home, but that would not be me.
So for those that don't know, Buc-ee's is a large, very large gas station.
Right.
Petrol station, depending on which country you may live in.
Sure.
But
right.
It is a large gas station with many amenities. It has a beef jerky bar. They
brisket.
Sell
Don't go if you're a vegan.
The largest Buc-ee's is in Sevierville.
Yes.
In the country.
For now.
East Tennessee in the mountains for now. They are building a larger one, but they hold the title. So.
We went to the one in Crossville. So it was, I mean, it was fine.
Well, I mean, they have 75 gas pumps or something like that?
That sounds all right.
Yeah. It was busy. It was very busy. And maybe that's part of it. It was just so busy and stuff. Like I said, my younger days, I'd be down.
It's basically,
but we have good prices. I thought. I mean,
it's a young man's gas station.
It is a young man's gas station. It's a young man's world, Russell.
Many people know what Walmart is, even if you don't live in America. So it's like a mini Walmart with 75 gas pumps.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
With a bathroom to go with each pump.
With a deli inside. And
it's very clean. They don't allow big semi trucks, so that's part of the cleanliness. The bathrooms, everything. Sorry, you truckers out there.
Is that the reason? Is that what we're going to blame it on? Is that what we're going to blame it on?
You got truck stops.
You got truck stops. Yeah. I mean, your truck stop is going to be different. It's going to be
right. We don't got no showers in there.
I mean, it's gonna be different. It's a different setup. I mean, I think that's the reason why. I mean, comment below if you think there's a different reason why it's so clean.
So what I hear is Fano says, No truckers, we keep it clean then. They're dirty.
I don't think I'm alone there. I mean, there are clean truckers, but I mean, I think that's part of it probably.
So that was on the way to
Dollywood. So I did not get a brisket sandwich, but my father-in-law did. Said it was the best brisket sandwich he's ever eaten.
And he is 70 years old now, so he would know.
Yes.
Plenty of experience.
He's a youthful 70, yes.
Very youthful 70.
How'd your kids do as far as traveling? Are your kids good travelers to long distance?
Well, I'm harder on them myself. You're harder on your own kids.
Yeah.
And so maybe somebody else traveling with us probably would have said they weren't that bad, but they did. I mean, Grant was on the iPad the entire time.
I gotcha.
So it wasn't that far. About 3 hours and some change, maybe.
I was just thinking that might dig into how good of a experience you have. If you're already in a bad mood because something happened, I don't even care about this Buc-ee's. I'm ready to just get out of the car and get away from you.
It was good. We didn't get any kind of Buc-ee's specific treats or anything, but
merch.
No merch. Like the candy bars and the chips and drinks, and I mean, it was really affordable. I thought.
No nuggets.
I mean, it wasn't like very expensive or anything, so we enjoyed that. So then we traveled on up to. So the first night we checked in and kind of late. So we went to just a barbecue place. It's called Bennett's Barbecue right on in Pigeon Forge. So it was really good. It's nice. I had a brisket sandwich there. So it was good. It was good. My father-in-law said that it was probably not as good as Buc-ee's.
Second best he's ever had.
So it was good. So that was pretty much the first night. We ate there. It was late. So the goal was to get up on Monday and go to Dollywood all day. So that's what we did. Got up the next morning, drove through Hardee's, got some breakfast, because we wanted to be there when the gates opened. So we got relatively close to when it opened, maybe like 10:30. We were there. Okay. It was not crowded. It was really most of the rides that we went on. We just walked right up.
Did you turn left?
Really? You cannot beat that.
We went left. We went towards. Go left. Went towards. We went towards Thunderhead and Big Bear. So
there were a couple rides we discussed on the last episode.
Indeed.
Yeah. Drop line, which Russell described right, and he talked himself into it to be a good father and parent.
Sure. Yep. Yes.
Yep.
We talked about Wild Eagle.
Did talk about Wild Eagle.
And we talked about the pirate ship ride.
We did talk about the pirate ship ride.
So let's. Drop line was the biggest. We're going to hold off on that one.
Okay. Where do you want to go first?
Let's go with pirate ship.
The pirate ship
supposed to have
first.
a video. He was supposed to video.
I do have a video. Yeah. I do have a video.
Sent that. Good. So the pirate ship was in the, I guess, the Grove, the Wild something Grove over there where
it's in that area. Yeah.
Where I think where Big Bear Mountain is.
Oh, yeah.
So it was we went with Lori's parents. It was Lori's parents, myself, Lori, and obviously our two kids, Grant and Amelia. So the pirate ship was going into it. Let me just rewind. I knew that I was not going to ride 3 rides, I guess. No, 2 rides. I knew that I was not going to do this pirate ship.
Oh, like you made this decision before you even walked through the gate?
I mean, on the last episode, we kind of discussed, like in the drop thing, there was money being offered and everything.
Yeah.
And
I remember a strong denial on drop line. No amount of money, not going to do it.
Right.
I think that's the only denial I remember.
Right.
Yeah. I will not ride that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd have to go back and rewind the tape.
I have to go back and look at it. But yeah, once I got in the park, I was not going to do Wild Eagle either. Okay.
So on the. Did anybody ride the pirate ship?
My daughter did. She is 8 years old. She rode the pirate ship by herself while the adults and my youngest watched. She was on the back row.
I was about to ask that. Middle row, back, where?
Back row. She enjoyed it. Went up and down. Lori was not going to revisit.
No,
Kentucky Kingdom.
Grant didn't want to ride that?
No.
Was he big enough to ride that one?
No, he wasn't big enough to ride that one.
Okay.
So he would have slid right off that thing.
Amelia rocked it.
He was. So Amelia did it. She did it she represented the Patterson household.
I see Grant now. Grant, every time that ship swings, he's just rolling down to the other end.
It would have been an incident. We would have been on the news. Would have been on the news. There's that couple that put their kid in danger. So
no on the Wild Eagle.
Wild Eagle. I mean, I just didn't. I don't know.
Big Bear Mountain. Did you ride
it? And I think what there is a ride. What ruined Wild Eagle for me was the I believe it's in that same area. It's called the Dragon Flyer.
Oh yeah, is that the green little roller coaster?
Correct.
That's for babies, Fano.
No, it goes 45.
It's small,
it
but
goes,
it's
it
pretty
goes,
legit.
It goes 45 miles an hour.
I think Emerson was tall enough to. She rode it. She's 3 years old. She rode it.
No, she couldn't ride that. Because Grant couldn't ride that. That's false. It's false information. It's fake news right there.
She buckled herself in and got on there.
No, it goes 45 miles an hour, but your legs dangle. So that's my issue. Is that it made me very, very uncomfortable having my legs dangle on a ride. So I did not. So that threw out Wild Eagle immediately. I knew going into it, but that just solidified it because I thought my leg, because it said something that you have to be. Yeah, she couldn't have rode it. You have to be. I was like 5 inches off of not being able to ride it. So if you were 6'6", I don't think you could ride this ride. So in the back of my head, I was like, what if that person's off? What if it's 6'1"?
What if the concrete base is settled?
My legs are about to be chopped off.
I just assumed it was because you'd be too big because it's a little kid's roller coaster.
It's not a kid's roller coaster. Kids' roller coasters don't go 45 miles an hour.
Did you do Big Bear?
I did do Big Bear Mountain.
Okay,
I did that 3 times.
Did I hype it up too much, or was it legit?
No, it's pretty legit. It was fast. Lori did that one. Last ride of the night.
A lot of people think that's like a little kid roller coaster just because it doesn't go real high, it doesn't go upside down.
You can be little and ride it, yeah.
But I mean,
Grant rode it. Grant was able to ride that, but he couldn't ride.
Yeah.
I don't think he could ride that Dragon Flyer thing. Maybe he could actually. He could. I take that back, Russell. I take it back.
Who's the real one lying in church today?
No. I take that back. I did not want to sit through that. That was the longest wait. That one was like 40 minutes.
Oh, it's terrible. It's so slow.
Yeah.
It is so slow the way they load people on and off.
That brings me to the fast pass. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
This is your review. We want to review the whole thing.
That's what made us have this conversation.
Does anybody here have a fast pass?
No.
The fast pass is the worst thing ever for an amusement park. That's the cause of it. Because the fast pass line was just as long as the regular line.
Did you have a fast pass?
No, I didn't have a fast pass. You didn't need it outside of being only on like one ride.
I thought you were just...
But all these people in this fast pass, I mean, the line was like out the gate for the fast pass. So why would they even pay extra for it? Because they were still waiting. So that was like twice as long for the normal people.
That particular ride is
awful.
So slow.
I think it's only because it's like
it doesn't have that many people on it. They have like one
12
train. It
and
takes
one train
forever to get on and off of it.
Yeah, so I apologize. Emerson probably did ride it. I was
skip
soft because
that
I thought my legs were going to be chopped off.
I heard Emerson fell asleep on it. She said this was the worst.
Probably was. I mean, I'm 46.
She wasn't worried about her legs.
I'm 46 and I'm not an amusement park guy. Yes. But anyways, that was my fear. So I was just uncomfortable on it because we're going around and I thought my legs were going to get chopped. So that's what went through my mind.
Take them out.
That's what threw out Wild Eagle because Wild Eagle is similar to it. It's one of those dangly.
Wild Eagle's about 1,000 times bigger.
Yeah. I mean, that Dragonfly went. That's 45 miles an hour is not slow.
So
not for me.
I know there's not a roller coaster at Dollywood that's like this, but there's one at one of like the Six Flags. I think it's like America or something like that. I don't even know where that's at, but they have it's called the Batman, and you lay on your back. So you're like facing the sky while you're riding it. Would y'all do that kind of roller coaster?
What do you see if you lay on your back?
Well, because there's times where it rotates over, so then you're on your stomach, and then there's flips where you're actually on your back while you're doing the flip and all that kind of stuff. So it's
I need to see a video of that.
If I'm struggling with this Dragonfly that Emerson rode without any qualms, then I probably wouldn't be able to do that, Batman.
All right, so let's get to the
I would
biggie.
do that. Yeah.
Let's get to the biggie that we talked about a lot on the last episode here, the drop line.
Yeah.
That's the tower ride where it hauls you up, drops you down, stops you in your tracks at the bottom somewhere.
Yeah.
New going in. You said on last episode that's not going to happen.
There's a roller coaster. No, I'll get to that one. There's a roller coaster right next to it. It's sort of a small ride, and so I didn't have maybe the best attitude going over to the drop line because there was a little roller coaster in between Thunderhead and that drop thing, the little bitty with the box cars.
Whistle Punk Chaser. I can't fit into it. I cannot get
Me neither.
I can't get in. It's too little.
So I got in.
I can't even think of this
I waited in this line.
I've walked by it like 17 times. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Well, you don't have a problem getting in the ride.
Probably not. I probably rode it and was like, all right, whatever.
I waited in this
line. Has a grudge over here
and I get to it, and Amelia goes with Lori.
Amelia likes it. Yeah.
And Grant went with my father-in-law, so there was really no need in me trying to squeeze into this thing. So I get into it. It's just me riding in a car by itself. So I get in and I'm like, this ain't gonna happen. So I kind of stretch my legs over into the other car. That was a no-go. Attendant came by and said, no, you got to be on this cushion. You got to be on this side. And so I'm not really flexible, and I'm barely trying to get into this thing. And he was like, just cross your legs, crisscross applesauce. That's what this guy tells me. Crisscross applesauce.
That'll work.
So that made me so mad that he would, and then I barely got in, my knees just scraping against the metal, and we're going around 3 times. And it is all herky-jerky.
It's
almost
rough.
cut my knee open.
It's rough.
Yeah. So I had a bad attitude walking. So
these kiddie rides really killed you.
I know.
They really wore you out.
I know. I wish they just said, don't go.
Should have told you to go right. Don't go to the kiddie section first.
So I look at the drop line. Drop,
it's right
whatever
next
it's called.
It's right next to it.
But and everybody seems to be having a good time. But it's more intimidating live.
Nobody from your crew rode it?
No one. So we went by that on the way to Big Bear, and then I circled back around, and then I forgot that I was gonna share, my experience back to.
Did
back
you do
to
the
Daniel.
mystery mine?
There was too long a line there.
You didn't do it at all.
Didn't do it at all.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. But the rest of them, so maybe four that we didn't. Everything else was wide open.
But he did send us a video. We're gonna link that. We're gonna put that in this episode, this recap.
Yes.
Boys, this ride is loading. As you can see, they're boarding, and there's one dude that's not going to get on this ride. That is me. No chance. No way. No amount of money. I'm going to Big Bear Mountain.
Overall, great time. Most of the rides we all run, I mean, maybe 5-10 minute way. It was perfect. Perfect to go right before school started.
We're gonna get back up there pretty soon.
It was really a good time. That's a great park. Everybody was friendly. It was nice. We left. There was a. I mean, y'all saw that there was a drone show.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Really?
That is worth every bit of it. It's like, I mean,
it's crazy.
Yeah. I can't even hardly describe it. We do have video that maybe Lori can attach that to it, but it's phenomenal. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that. I mean, it was. I was very impressed.
To watch it though, where do you like? You stand out in the parking lot, or does it matter really where you are? It's just up and above the park.
We just had rode like Big Bear Mountain, like right before the park closed.
Okay.
There was this guy standing, like, y'all see the drone show? It's going to be right here. And by that time, they're like 5, 4, 3, and there was like fireworks and
it's over there.
Yeah,
but you could see it. We saw it from Thunderhead, is where we stood. You
I would assume it's high enough in the sky that you could pretty much be almost anywhere and see it
on that side of the park. Yeah,
because that side doesn't have as much trees. It's kind of a little more open.
Yep. It's really nice. Do a nice job there. But yeah, overall, it's a great trip. Got a little mad about the time saver thing, people, because they just slowed everything down.
I wonder how expensive those are, because
I don't know. You didn't need them.
Imagine they're like $100 a person or something like that.
Right.
And you're like, you spend all that money and then you're still waiting in a line.
Yeah, it was rough.
They're a lot. I don't want to throw out the numbers, but I think it's $12 a ride.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think that's what it is, but that could be wrong. But that's what I have in my mind per person. That's.
That gets up there quick.
That's just Dolly's just putting that right in her purse, just right in her purse.
Going for the drone show.
That's just straight cash right there.
Completely.
Did you do the log ride?
Yeah.
It remind you of Opryland?
Oatmeal Scream, yeah. Did both of them. Did that in that Rampage. Smoky River, whatever they call it up there. The Grizzly River Rampage.
We got soaked on that one.
We didn't really.
I know. I saw a video.
It
wasn't
soaked.
I didn't really. We got soaked more on the River Rampage.
That's what I'm talking about. The River Rampage.
Oh yeah.
My daughter and one of her friends and my wife are in Florida at Universal Studios right now this week.
They get a fast pass.
It comes with your ticket.
Okay.
Because they're staying on property, right? Or no?
No, they're not staying on property.
I thought the fast pass are like their
version of it. What you do is it's a bracelet that you wear, and you walk up to the ride and you scan your bracelet.
Yep.
And it gives you a time to come back. It puts you in a virtual line.
So that's changed the last time I went.
So then you go ride other rides that just have a 10-minute wait, do whatever, and you come back at your time. You walk straight on the ride.
Sorry, Christy and Ashley. Hope y'all have fun. I'm sorry.
So, it's a different system.
Sorry, I went so hard on that time.
I mean, we did not pay extra for that.
I got you.
I mean, I didn't even get to go. So.
That's smart.
But
so you think Dollywood's expensive? That right there is the same price. Like if you did have to buy it, it's the same price as you buying just your general admission. So you're basically paying 2 tickets per person to get that one. But they have like some hotels that are linked to the resort. Yeah. And so if you stay on the property, you get them free as well.
They made it seem like this was everybody got but you can only get in line for one ride at a time. So
maybe they have different options, because the one that I remember, it was like you just walked up and went in. You could ride it over and over and over.
Well, you can ride the
same I got sick of the Mummy because we rode it like 8 times.
But once you scan into a ride,
you just couldn't go to another one.
You can go ride another one, but you just stand in the line. You can't scan in the fast pass anymore. But it tells you a time to come back. You come back at that time. It's like a ghost man waiting in line for you.
Yep.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Nice. For Big Bear Mountain.
Disney used to be.
For Big Bear Mountain, Lori did ride it. That was the only roller coaster she rode all day. She rode the last ride of the night. She kept her eyes closed the entire time.
Grand finale.
She kept her eyes closed the entire time.
Oh, well.
The entire time.
It's still good with your eyes closed. Did you ride the train?
No. We didn't ride the train. Didn't do the train.
I don't ever.
We did a lot of those carnival things though. Grant was really upset that they closed that basketball down. He was very upset. That's the one down there.
Sounds like y'all could have been there 2 days.
It was rough. It was hot.
It was hot.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like 100.
It's always hotter in
Wasn't that
theme
bad.
parks, though. When you're walking
Yeah.
around, all
But
that
I mean, it's
concrete
set
and all
up
that.
nicely. I mean, they have like a little shed where you're waiting, then outside, and then like a shed on most of those rides. So it was good. It was good. It was a good mix. Went to the bird show.
You
Saw,
go to
saw the bird,
Birds of Prey.
bald
Saw
eagle,
birds of prey. Yeah.
Did you
eagles.
You see
There's
the
a bunch
guy
of them.
blowing glass? Was that going? when you were
No,
doing
it was not.
I think that's cool when
No,
they're out
it's
there
not.
Isn't it
blowing
like
the glass.
down by the blacksmiths and stuff like that? That area.
Sure. I've
Craftsman
only been to
Valley.
Dollywood one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story about? Okay, so like, did they have the umbrellas, like the canopy of umbrellas set up? Do you remember that? Like, so when you walk in the
Canopy.
entrance, you go right, and there was like
Yeah.
there was a long strip of straightaway, and it had a
They had
bunch of
kites.
umbrellas that were like all like on cables where they couldn't move.
At kites.
Oh, okay. So it basically made a canopy. Well, when we went, there was a duck. I think it was a duck, and it was in one of these planters, and someone scared it, and it started flying away. Well, it couldn't figure out how to get up above the umbrellas because the umbrellas were so close to each other,
Mm-mm.
it blocked it up. And look, this lady's on her phone, and I don't know if I told y'all any of this, but she's on her phone and she's just walking, kind of like just knows that she's supposed to be walking this way, and that duck is just going eye level at her because it can't go up. It just has to keep on going. And look, about, I don't know, 100 foot, that she looks up and here comes this duck at her face, and she hit the floor quick. It was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life.
Well, there we go. Got an extra this week. Got the review of Dollywood from
Yeah.
live and in person. Just happened. Just came
Sorry if
back
that was
today.
long. Sorry if
No.
that was too long.
I think
Oh,
we
that was perfect.
some good information. If you're ever in Eastern Tennessee, go check that out.
Worth
It's
it.
pretty good.
Worth it.
Well, there you go. Now you
Sorry,
know
Dolly.
all the inside scoop of Dollywood when you take your friends and family to visit. But come on and visit us back next week with a brand new episode. We hope you enjoyed this recap. We love you. God loves you more. See you next time.
Thanks for listening to GPS to God. Make sure you leave a rating or review on whichever app you happen to use. Also find us on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to our channel.